MOM Sneered, he adores her, not you. Let him take the house and the money. I signed the divorce papers. Can you imagine your own mother, your father, and your little sister, all sitting there, watching your husband of 10 years hold your sister's hand, a hand resting on a baby bump you didn't even know existed? What would you do if your entire family then tried to steal your house right out from under you? That night, my life didn't just unravel, it detonated. My mother didn't even blink when she told me to hand over my husband. She just sliced her steak, calmly. My dad, Harold, couldn't even meet my eyes. He just stared into his wine glass like it held all the answers. And Brenda, my baby sister, Brenda, was absolutely glowing. Her hand rested protectively over a slight bump that I hadn't noticed, not until that very second. And Greg, my husband, the man who had kissed me goodbye that morning and said he loved me, was holding her other hand. Excuse me, I whispered. My voice was so small, so pathetic, it made me sick. It was the voice of a little girl who always apologized for simply existing in that house. Greg finally looked at me, but there was no guilt in his eyes, only defiance. Valerie, please don't make a scene, he said, his tone utterly condescending, like you'd speak to a hysterical child. We didn't want to tell you like this, but we couldn't hide it anymore. Brenda is 4 months along. We're in love. The blood drained from my face. 4 months. Asterisk 4 months star. You've been sleeping with my sister for 4 months. Or longer. Brenda chimed in then, that tiny, cruel smile curling her lips, a look I knew so well. Whatever, Val. The timeline doesn't matter. What matters is that we are a family now. Real family. Something you obviously couldn't give him. It was a direct shot at our fertility struggles. The years of negative tests. The nights I cried in Greg's arms while he whispered that it didn't matter, that we were enough. It was all a lie. I looked at my mother, Joyce. Surely, she would be outraged. Surely, she would slap Greg across the face and throw him out. But she just took a sip of her wine, then sighed. Valerie, look at the facts. You are a career woman. Always traveling, always obsessed with your company. You are strong. You can survive on your own. But Brenda, she's delicate. She needs a provider. And this baby, this is my grandchild, my flesh and blood. I am your flesh and blood, too. I snapped, my voice rising, despite myself. He is my husband. Technically, my father grunted, finally looking up. But the marriage is effectively over, isn't it? You two have been drifting apart. We all see it. Greg is happy with Brenda. Look at them. I looked. They looked like a grotesque parody of a happy couple. My husband and my baby sister. The nausea hit me in a violent wave. I stood up, my chest scraping loudly against the hardwood floor. Sit down, Valerie, my mother commanded. We need to discuss the logistics. Greg can't just move out into a rental. He needs stability for the baby. We think it's best if you move into the condo downtown. Leave the house to Greg and Brenda. It's a good school district, and it's close to us so we can help with the baby. My mouth fell open. You want me to move out of my own house? The house I bought? The house I pay the mortgage on? It's Greg's house, too, my mother said dismissively. California is a community property state, isn't it? Or Washington. Wherever we are, marriage means sharing. Besides, you have plenty of money. You can buy another one. Don't be greedy, Valerie. It's unbecoming. Greedy. I had paid for everything. I paid off my parents' car. I paid for Brenda's 3 failed attempts at college. I paid for Greg's business ventures that never made a dime. And now I was greedy for wanting to keep my own home. I'm leaving, I said, grabbing my purse. My hands were shaking so hard I could barely grip the strap.